Shalom, shalom. This is Shalom from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who are unique Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so I'm gonna look at the mark. We're gonna look at certain words in the scriptures, and Lord's willing, it's edifying. So certain people can get a better understanding of what the mark is. It's not anything that has to do with religion or the dollar or your cell phone. That's not what it is. It's an actual thing that's gonna be implanted in you. All right, so let's go ahead and read it. Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, so when we look at that word mark, that word is karagma. All right, and it says a stamp or imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right, so that mark is a badge or a stamp or an imprint in your hand or in your forehead. All right, it states that very clear here. All right, so now you know, and that word is karagma in the Greek. So we're gonna look at some more words. All right, it says that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so we already looked at that word mark, but it says buy or sell. So this is something that's gonna be implanted in you for you to buy or sell. It's only one thing it could be, but people still being, ignorant, not wanting to know the truth, or knowing and just coming up with their own things, so they're having an excuse to take it and say, "Oh, well, I didn't know." The Lord is going to say, "Well, I didn't know you." The Lord, he set up his prophets to let people know what to do and what not to do and what to look for. So right now, let's go into, let's read it first. Verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." So that's where they get the 666 from, which is the number of the man. But when you go into the 666, it's Phi Sigma. All right, let me turn my volume to where it can be heard. All right.
Strong's G 5516. Chi Psi Stigma.
Chi Psi
Chi
Stigma.
Psi Stigma.
All right, and it says, let's find the stigma. Okay, so this is in the Greek, translated to the Greek. All right, so let's look at this word stigma.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
All right, and it says to stick, prick, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. It says to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master to commander branded to their master or commander branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. All right, so this is going to be used to identify you. That's why they keep talking about the digital wallet. That's why they keep talking about making payments with your hand. This is going to happen. It's already here. We can no longer say that it's on the way. It's going to be here soon. This is already here. They talk about it on the news like it's nothing. You can already go to certain stores and gas stations and see where you can scan your hand to pay for your whatever you're buying. So anything in these times that the government want to put in you, I'm gonna leave it up to you to make that decision. Let's go into the pros of it, or the cons of it. The pros are you're gonna still be able to buy in these last times when the dollar's gonna collapse. All right, well, actually, the dollar collapse is what's gonna bring this. All right, so I mean, it's really no pros to it because this is it. This is the end. Now, when you go into what it's gonna actually do. All right, let's read Revelations chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your ways and pour out your vials upon your vials of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua upon the earth. And the first went, Salakia, and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." All right, so another word I want to look at is there failed. All right, so when you go into there failed, it's not talking about something just fall on you. It's talking about you becoming something else. It says to become, to come into existence, begin, to be, receive, being. All right, so really it means to become. So let's go back and read it. It says, "And I heard a great noise, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your ways and pour out your vials of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there became, or was created, or became a noisome and grievous sore." So this is going to be created in those that receive the mark. So it has to be something that's going to be in you for it to affect you this way. It's going to be, you're going to have a grievous sore. And this was made to control. That's why it says the people that took it worship. You know, they was under full control of this beast system. And this is really one of the last prophecies that we're waiting for. Other than that, you know, the Battle of Armageddon, the nuclear missiles, all of this stuff is going to follow right after that. So we real close, man. We real close. And these people that's taking things that people tell them to take because they see it on TV, and even though it don't make sense, they trying to make sense of it. This is what's going to happen to you in verse 2. It's going to become a grievous, noisome, and grievous sore upon you. Let's look at this word noisome. It looks like it says kakos. It says a bad nature, not such as it ought to be. It says of a mode of thinking, feeling, acting, base, wrong, wicked, troublesome, injurious. So this is going to turn you into something else. And while they talking about all of this stuff that they got out that can reconstruct your DNA and all of that, man, it's already written that it was going to happen. All right. So, hey, not listen, not pay attention if you want to. This is what's going to happen to you. Let's go to Revelations 18 because it talks about after Babylon get destroyed, it was found in her the souls of men, and that's in Revelations 18. And I want to get another word as well. Where was it? Slack it 1 second. I know it's right in my face. I'm just going to do a search on it on my other device. Okay, it was up some. All right, Salaki for that. These are all the things that were found in Babylon right before the destruction. Oh, right, right before the destruction, because all of this stuff was gonna be destroyed. And it says, I'm gonna start at verse 11. This is Revelations 18, verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls. And you already know who that's talking about. Elam and Ishmael, mostly Ishmael, come over here. You know, the so-called East Indians. They come over here with all the gold and you know, and the jewelry, and they open up all of these different jewelry stores. But it says the merchants of gold and silver, precious stones and the pearls, and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all dying wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all the manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble. You know, because the United States is really big on imports. Most of the stuff here comes from somewhere else, as far as like certain goods. You know, everything that you make, it comes from either China, Taiwan, somewhere in the Middle East, India, Japan. You know, so those are the merchants that it's talking about. It says, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. So you still had slaves and with all this merchandise, still had slaves and souls of men that was found in the last days before Babylon was destroyed, which is United States of America. So you're gonna have this devil is trying to really take your soul. All right, so let's go down and read at the bottom. Verse 23, it says, and the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And this was after Babylon got destroyed. It says, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. And that bridegroom and the bride, that's talking about the prophet's teaching. You know, it's talking about this truth, this word. You know, the prophecy of different prophets. You know, Yahweh Shai, his words. You know, that's what it's talking about. And it says, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So I'm not going to read this because I'm going to get another strike. But I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. All right. All right, that part right there that's highlighted. It's really nothing, no reason to break that down. It's no reason to break that down. So, you know, those that's still into this world, this is your future. Let me go ahead and get this. I haven't read this in a minute. Um, Slack you 1 second. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And this is most definitely a device from Satan. You know, a creation from this devil to for him to be able to possess you people, have full control, everything that you do, everything that you spend, everything that you spend money on, keeping track of everything, everywhere you go, who you're in contact with. You know, it's going to be more than just buying and selling. That's just part of it. But these things that they have is going to be made to do all kind of stuff. All right, so that's one thing that 2/3 of all people can look forward to. You know, this is going to be part of that destruction in these days for most of our people. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I pray that this was edifying. Just wanted to, touch back up on the MOTB that's here, and Lord's willing, a few people, the righteous people, run into this lesson and it's edifying to them, so they can possibly save themselves, not only with prophecy, but also keeping the law to the best of your ability, having faith that Yahushua is coming back to save his people, and also praying. All right, so I pray that this was edifying. Once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that has taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.